Okay, time for your regular math lesson. You can see that it's pages 441 and 442 here on day 3. And this is connecting addition and multiplication. We've talked about this when we were in school together. How multiplication is just a short way to add the same number multiple times, right? The number has to be the same. Like you couldn't have 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 5 and call that 4 times anything, right? You can't do that. The numbers have to be multiples of the same number, right? Okay, let's take a look at that. So it asks you to draw equal groups and then write a multiplication sentence. They've already given you the addition sentence in each problem. So it says number, is that a number 1? Yeah. It says 3 groups of 2. Okay? So when you see groups, you need to draw 3 rectangles or 3 circles, okay? 3 groups of 2 in each one. So give each one 2 dots. 3 groups of 2, and that's the same thing as saying 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals, right? 2, 4, 6. But since they're all the same number, there is a handy little thing called multiplication, and it goes like this. Whoops, did I do that right? 1 extra circle. It's times. We call that times. Multiplication, it's an X. We say 3 times. 3 times we have 2. 3 times 2. 3 times 2. 3 groups of 2 is the same thing, 6. Okay, 3 times we have a 2. Now for number 2, you've got 3 groups of 5. So once again, draw your 3 groups, and this time you're putting in 5 dots, whatever that looks like to you. Okay, 3 groups of 5. That's the same thing as saying 5 plus 5 plus 5. You're counting by 5s, right? 5, 10, 15. Or the multiplication route would be still 3 times, you have a 5. You still get 15, right? 3 times you have a 5. So that is 3 times 5 equals 15. Good. I'm going to erase this while you go ahead and turn to the next page, page 442. And that is what you are doing, okay? So number 1 says 5 groups of 2. It looks like they already drew the groups, right? So you draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups with 2 in each group. You've got 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 is the answer. So the multiplication problem would be 5. The groups, number of groups go first. The number of each of those repeating 2's equals 10, right? 5 times you have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times I have a 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 times I have a 2. Now for number 2, you're drawing 3 groups. So do your 3 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is what? 3 plus 3 plus 3. Remember the skip count? Kid loves numbers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Wheels go round and round. 3, 6, 9. Right? And then the multiplication sentence would be 3 groups times 3 in each group. 3 3s. 3 times I have a 3 would be 9. Okay, here we've got 4 groups of 4. That's handy dandy. Whoops, so give yourself 4 groups. If I'm going too fast, of course, you have the luxury of pausing me. So we have what? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. You're counting by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. That's fun. Yahoo! Remember, a skip count kid loves numbers. Okay, so the multiplication would be 4 times you have a 4. 4 groups of 4. 4 times you have a 4. Okay, so for number 4, speaking of 4, it is a word problem. Let's read. Sam has 2 bowls of cherries, 4 cherries in each bowl. How many are there? Draw a picture. So if you want to be fancy and draw the 2 bowls, or you can just say 2 groups. Okay, but each bowl has 4 cherries. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each bowl has 4 cherries. What they want us to do is not to do an addition problem, but to do a multiplication, because you see there's only the 2 lines. I mean, you could go 4 plus 4 equals 8, but we're going to do multiplication. What number goes first? Is it going to be a 4? If you think so, think about this. How many bowls are there? How many groups? That's what goes first. We have 2 groups with how many in each? 4. 2 4s. 2 times we have a 4. 4, 8. Okay, it would be the same as 4 plus 4, right? That's how multiplication and addition are related to each other. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5 says, Nina has 3 oranges in a bag. She has 1 orange on the table. Let's draw a picture. So here is a little bag, and she has 3 oranges in that bag. I like to look a little realistic. Actually, that looks like a mask. And she has 1 orange on a table. Now, they're all oranges, right? So that's the same. But is it the same amount of oranges? Does she have the same amount on the bag that she does on the table? Can we say 2 groups of 3? No. Do we have 2 groups of 1? No. Can we multiply to find in all? No, this is going to have to be just an addition. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So just because we're learning multiplication doesn't mean that we've thrown addition out the window, right? Because we are still have some word problems that will involve adding, some word problems. So the deal is, if you have groups of the same amount, you can multiply. If you have groups of different amounts, you're going to have to add. Okay, so keep that in mind. Alrighty, so we're finished with that math, if you are finished. And next up is language. And we are going to do an activity book page, and it's going to be called Fact or Fib. Okay, so you can get that out, but you probably need your book too. Okay, so I'll see you in a jiffy for language. Okay, see you later.